Hi, my name is Kelly Carter, and I am doing this video to be able to tell you about what I believe God has called me to do with my life and ministry. To give you a little background, I grew up as a pastor's daughter and missionary's daughter, and I have been very involved in the ministry that my parents have had in Chile, and so that has really given me a first-hand look at what it's like to have life lived in the ministry and completely involved full-time in God's work. And when I was almost 5, I got saved. I got baptized at age 7, and when I was 12 years old, I dedicated my life to the Lord. But I didn't know what that would look like. And it wasn't until I was about 17 or 18 that I made a commitment to serve the Lord in full-time ministry. One specific thing that I feel called to do is to work in Spanish-speaking ministries in the States, possibly planting Spanish-speaking churches in the United States. I just got married about 5 weeks ago, and my husband studied 4 years of Bible in a Bible institute here in Chile, and he and I would like to do that together, obviously. But I was actually called to do that back when I was 13 years old. We went to Texas for my parents to be able to learn Spanish at a language school, and I met families who had been in a community that was English speaking and had a church, and then when all of the people around there moved away and Spanish speakers moved in, they really had very few people that were coming to their church and that were English speakers, and they were surrounded by Spanish speakers. So to reach out into their community, they realized they needed to know Spanish. So they left their church for a year to learn Spanish, and when they got back, their church was almost non-existent, and they tried to have a Spanish service at their church, and it just didn't work out, and they ended up having to close their church altogether. And I heard about other people that were trying to do the same thing. They wanted to work with Hispanics, but they didn't speak the language, and who has the time to be able to take a whole year out of their life, especially by the time that they have a full-fledged ministry and family, to go and learn Spanish. It's a very difficult thing. And so when I saw that, I really felt the Lord was leading me to be able to use my linguistic skills in the future to be able to help that type of people. I knew that I like to talk, and so when I was able to learn Spanish very quickly, it made me more assured that God wanted to use that in my future. And when I met the man who's now my husband, I didn't ever tell him that, but I did tell him that I wanted to be in ministry full time, and it was very exciting to see how God was guiding us together as he went from being unsaved to saved to wanting to serve the Lord full time. And so it was actually after his first year of Bible that someone came down from the United States to ask my husband and his classmates if they would consider coming to the United States after they had graduated from their 4-year Bible program, because they already knew Spanish and they were prepared to be in the ministry, and they needed Spanish speakers to be able to help with Hispanics in the States. And so when my husband called me and told me about this conversation that he'd had and how he felt like he felt like maybe the Lord wanted him to do that, I was really surprised, since we never talked about it, and I was very excited. And I told him about how I had felt the Lord tugging on my heart about the very same thing. And so that started our conversations, and now 3.5 years down the road, we're married, and it looks like possibly in August we'll be coming to the States. I don't know how soon after coming to the States we'll be able to be involved in the Spanish-speaking ministry, but it is definitely our desire, and we really see that God's been guiding through the visa process for my husband, and with opportunities. We have spoken with so many people that say, oh, there's Latin Americans here, oh, there's Spanish-speaking people here, there's need everywhere, and so we're really excited about that possibility for our future. I also feel that the Lord is calling me to be able to work with children. That's why I'm in the elementary education program at Piedmont. But whether that will be homeschooling or working at a Christian school, I don't know. Maybe it will just be teaching Sunday school, and I'm doing that now. I really enjoy it. As far as the future, we don't know how long God will want us in Spanish-speaking ministries. We don't know if He wants us to plant churches or just start Spanish services or just help in works that already are there. But we really do believe that God is calling us into Spanish-speaking ministries, at least for the next part of our married life. So, as far as pursuing that, we have been in contact with people around the Piedmont area, and we are praying about our coming up to the States possibly in the beginning of the fall semester in August. So that is what we believe God is calling us to do with our lives. We want to serve Him full time, and we are just praying for His guidance as to the timing and to the place. Thank you.